Hi guys. So as we have set up Openfeign client in earlier lecture, we'll now remove the redundant class which is present in customer as well as fraud detection service, and let's use this fraud client to communicate between customer and fraud detection service. So now we'll remove the REST template to call fraud detection service from customer service, and let's use this fraud client to intercommunicate between them. So just I'm just going to fraud controller. You have this register customer. Let's just you add private fraud client instance over here. It will be auto add, but this fraud client is not available here as we don't have this client's dependency added in our customer project. So let's just add this client's dependency in a dependencies tag. So we'll add client's project which is present in in.myjava blog, and the version is 0.0.1 hyphen snapshot. So now we have added this client's dependency, so we should be able to use these classes fraud client and fraud detection result inside our customer project. So let's just import it. So now if we see in service, customer service, we still see an error. Let's just import it. So now uh, we'll be able to use this fraud client to call a fraud detection service basically. And now let's get rid of this fraud detection result class, delete anyways, and let's just import it from clients clients project basically. And now instead of doing this call through REST template, we'll just comment out this call and we'll use fraud client, which is our Feign client now, and do a check fraud customer call and pass a customer ID to it, customer dot get ID. So let's just, and this will return a fraud detection result to us. So this will basically use a Feign client to call fraud detection service, and we need to enable this customer application as a Feign client application. So just enable it Feign client's annotation in our customer application. So likewise in fraud detection application, let's just go in fraud application and enable Feign clients. Let's just import the same dependency as we want to get rid of this fraud detection result in fraud detection as well. So let's use the same dependency over here in fraud detection form. So let's just add it here as well and import it and get rid of this fraud detection results. Let's just delete anyways. And now if you go to fraud detection controller, we can see this in red. Let's just import it from our client's project now. So now setup is ready for our customer and fraud detection project, and we are calling fraud detection service from customer service through this Feign client basically. So let's just verify. I'm just putting debug point over here. Let's just start customer service, then fraud detection service as well. Customer service is getting started. It's just started, it seems. It started on 8081. Fraud detection service is also started on 8082. Let's So our customer application and fraud detection application is up and running. Let's just hit this customer endpoint. It's on a debug point. Let's just bypass this. So now we can see we are able to successfully call this fraud customer, uh, I mean to check for the fraud customer, and from a customer service it is calling a fraud detection service to check for the fraud customer. So let's just run this and we can see the result. The customer has been registered and fraud check has been done for this customer. Let's just verify this from database as well, whether there are entries for customer registration. So let's just view the data. Yeah, now we can see the data is, and the customer is registered in a customer database. And let's just check the fraud history for this customer. So let's view the data. Yeah, and the fraud history call has been done as well for this customer one, and the result for fraud check is false. So now we are successfully able to call fraud detection service from customer service using a Feign client, and we are able to get rid of all the redundant code across the microservices in order to intercommunicate between them. So that's it for this lecture. Thank you.